Most people hand over the best hours of their best decades to a job, aiming to retire at 65 with just enough to get by. When they hear about people getting out in their 40s or 50s, they assume it's tech executives or trust fund kids. Early retirement is a math problem, and math problems have precise answers. It is a calculation rather than a personality trait or a specific salary bracket. Take Marcus and Derek. They grew up 3 houses apart on the same street in Columbus, Ohio. At age 24, both landed jobs paying $52,000 a year. Both rented standard apartments, and both started with exactly $0 in savings. At age 40, Marcus has $11,000 in a savings account and a lingering car payment. Derek has $847,000 sitting in standard index funds. Derek never inherited money, never sold a business, and never landed a lucky stock tip. His peak salary was $74,000. This $836,000 divergence represents 14 years of a single automated decision compounding over time. It is the literal byproduct of Derek's savings rate, independent of his talent or luck. This equation shows the math that drives early retirement, built on the 4% rule. If Derek's annual expenses are $28,000, we multiply by 25. His concrete target is $700,000. Reaching that portfolio size means 4% of it covers his expenses indefinitely. To hit that target, Derek opened an account, set up automatic contributions equal to 28% of his take-home pay, put it into low-cost index funds, and largely forgot about it. Marcus took a different route. He contributed 3% to his 401k for the employer match. When he got his first raise, he immediately upgraded his apartment and expanded his lifestyle. The financial industry generates profit by managing complexity. Because a high savings rate and a simple index fund solve 90% of the problem, the math itself makes expensive advisors largely unnecessary. This chart tracks 2 different earners. A person earning $65,000 who saves 30% reaches financial independence in 25 years. A person earning $120,000 who saves 5% takes over 40 years to reach that point. Most people do not need more money to retire early. They need to alter the percentage of the money they already have. By age 35, Marcus finishes paying off a 60-month loan on a new car, and that $380 monthly payment dissolves into his baseline spending. Derek simply redirects 50% of every raise into his investments before the money ever hits his checking account. This exponential growth curve illustrates an inflection point. By age 35, Derek's portfolio sits at $231,000. The lower section shows his principal contributions, but the expanding upper section reveals his money is now generating more than $16,000 a year purely on its own. He also avoids actively managed funds. An average management fee of 0.7% on a $500,000 portfolio costs $3,300 a year. Over 2 decades, those management fees drag down your wealth by more than $100,000 compared to a standard index fund. At age 40, Marcus realizes he is behind, but the delay is costly. To reach Derek's level from where he is now, Marcus would have to save 52% of his take-home pay for the next 20 years. Time is the heaviest weight in early retirement math. Starting early with small amounts definitively beats starting later with large amounts. If you are staring down your 40s with a half-funded 401k, the math still works. A 38-year-old earning $68,000 who hits a 25% savings rate today reaches financial independence in 17 years. That means retiring at 55. Freedom is also available before hitting a full portfolio target through a strategy called the part-time bridge. This subtraction sequence shows the impact. If your annual expenses are $48,000 and you earn $20,000 a year working a part-time job you actually chose, your portfolio only needs to cover the remaining $28,000. That drops the required withdrawal rate to a safe 1.3%. The tax code even provides tools to help you do this. The Roth conversion ladder allows you to gradually convert traditional 401k funds and bypass the 10% early withdrawal penalty entirely long before you turn 59 and a half. Picture 2 outcomes at age 58. Marcus sits in an HR office, pushing his retirement back to 67 because the numbers still fall short. Derek is 3 years into a life he designed, working on his own terms and spending 6 weeks in Portugal. Both men had the exact same information.
The window to early retirement remains open to anyone willing to calculate their exact number and automate the arithmetic today.